On this week's episode of What's Up Weekly, find out how one IU sophomore is hoping to make an impact with her own line of clothing that has a meaningful purpose.
And stick around for a performance from an IU student who is also a stand-up comedian. What's Up Weekly starts now.
Hello and welcome to What's Up Weekly. I'm Anna Black.
And I'm Ella Rhodes. Sadly, Carly is out sick today, but I'm so happy to have the opportunity to anchor with Anna for What's Up Weekly, considering it's our last semester of college together, and we started IUSTV freshman year, fall, so long ago.
We're bringing it like full circle.
Full circle moment. Okay, I'm so happy to do it. I'm trying not to cry.
Our senior second semester moment.
Stop.
One IU sophomore is making strides at IU, creating a clothing company that promotes both positivity and sustainability. What's Up Weekly reporter Carly Flanagan has that story.
Molly Habig is a sophomore at Indiana University who is hoping to make a difference in the world. At only 19 years old, Molly has started the company Better World that sells fashionable clothing that is working to be 100% sustainable and promotes slow fashion instead of fast fashion. Her mission is to better the world in providing customers with clothing that spreads a positive message, as well as saving the environment one hoodie at a time.
I want it to feel like a community. The brand image of Better World is focused around genuine positivity, that it's actually helping the environment in some way.
Right here is the building where Molly first found her inspiration to make the world a better place. And on February 21st, she celebrated the 1-year anniversary of Better World Clothing Company. It's even got so popular that she's made merch for the Hoosier Gymnastics team.
But I think my main mission would be genuinely changing someone's day with seeing this hoodie and saying, oh, that's a really nice message.
With a strong mindset and education from her apparel and merchandising classes at Indiana University, Molly believes that she can do anything she puts her mind to. Better World has ambassadors that support the brand and inspire Molly to create new projects.
I think there are multiple things that drew me in. One of them was her ambition for it, her initiative. It's one thing to see somebody have an idea about something and another to see them actually act on it. And I could tell she was very passionate about this from the start. And I think that made me want to be more involved in it.
Molly takes on projects start to finish, putting everything in hands-on experience. Every product she makes does not go out until Molly feels right about every piece, asking ambassadors for all their help.
And ambassadors are the main people that help it become what it is, because they're my target audience. I want them to be honest, brutally honest. Tell me if it's bad, would you even buy it? That's how I would know if it's good or not.
Honesty with stuff like this is incredibly important, so I try my very best to be honest. It's just suggestions to make sure she's thinking about what works for people and just what will catch people's eyes.
Being a full-time student and a company owner can be difficult, but knowing that Molly is making a positive difference in the world is all the inspiration that she needs to keep going. To purchase Better World clothing, you can go to the website betterworldclothing.com.
Thanks, Carly. You can follow Better World Apparel on social media at betterworld.clothing to see all their products.
The IU Health Center hosted cupcakes and condoms to bring awareness about sexual health on campus. The event was held at the IMU and featured different sexual health topics where students could visit a station and ask questions. Students were able to receive a free cupcake after they visited 5 stations.
Events like this are really important because they encourage not only safe sex, but the conversation around sex. I think sometimes as college students it feels really awkward to talk about not only sexual health, but physical health in general.
The Health Center also gave out free sexual health products for students to take home with them.
What does a night on the town look like right here in Bloomington? Well, we want to show you what the famous Bluebird has in store. This weekend, the Bloomington band Street Pennies took on the stage, singing a set of very popular covers. The crowd all seemed like they got the most out of the night and enjoyed their time with friends and family. Street Pennies, a regular headliner at the club, said that they love the feeling of getting on stage and showing their passion for music. Street Pennies will play at the Bluebird again this Saturday alongside Funk Almighty. This time of the year, many people are stressed or feeling anxious, but we hope we can help change that.
Yeah, what better way to do that than a good laugh? An IU senior and stand-up comedian joins us in studio when we come back. Stay with us. Welcome back. Feeling a bit stressed this week with midterms? Well, we have the perfect guest for you who will be sure to give you some comedic relief.
Joining us in studio today is Joey Cerrone, a senior here at IU and a local comedian at the Comedy Attic.
Joey, thank you so much for coming in and joining us today.
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate that stellar build-up. That'll be a stress reliever.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
So can you tell us a little bit about how you first got involved with stand-up comedy?
Yeah, I think it was the same way a lot of people do. I had a large ego, and nothing stopping me. And so I first started doing it in high school. I did like a festival that I wasn't prepared for. I thought it was way easier than it was, and you know, it took a lot of time to zero in and figure out what it actually was. But it started with a large ego and general stupidity and lack of awareness.
Well, and some confidence. I have a feeling not everybody can get up on that stage.
And some confidence.
Don't sell yourself short.
I think that leads into the stupidity. You gotta have some. It's a give
It's a
and
balance.
take process.
It's a balance.
It's a delicate balance.
Well, what are some of the organizations or clubs that you do here at IU that kind of like helped you get more into like the comedy world and eventually perform at the Comedy Attic?
I first got into a sketch comedy group that I'm still in right now, which is called Boy in the Bubble. We do like SNL style, like written down stuff. And that was one of the only organizations early on where I've had like some guidance in a group to kind of show me what comedy was at the collegiate level. And that's a good time. I'm still a part of that. We do shows every weekend and every other week, and then we have a big festival coming up. So that was a big thing for me. A big inspiration within IU was Boy in the Bubble.
Awesome. And my biggest question is, how do you come up with these jokes and your stand-up lines?
That's a really good question. If you ask anyone at the Comedy Attic, I don't really, because I haven't written one in like 8 months. But most of the time it'll come up through like if I'm just, what I like to do is I'll write down anything that I think might be a little bit funny, and I'll put it in my notes app, and then I'll come back in like 4 weeks if I come up with an idea. If I don't come up with an idea, I'll never go back to it. I've also gotten really lazy, and I've started doing something called writing on stage, which is where I'll go up with just like a concept and then see if anything happens, which is a limited success rate.
Yeah, that's a little scary. I'm like
Yeah.
terrified thinking about that. I don't think I'd be able to do that.
It's a lazy way to do things, but you know, it's fun. It's nice, and the Comedy Attic is nice enough to let me go up a couple times a month and try stuff out. So. Yeah, I wish I had a more profound answer because I've been asked that before, and it always boils down to most of the time I don't, and I'm bad at writing stuff.
So do you bounce ideas off of people? Like you're like, is this joke any good?
A
Or-
little bit.
Okay.
If I have the concept of something and I'm not sure if it's funny, like I have a friend who will say clever, not funny. Like if I tell him something, and most of the time I need to know if what I'm thinking about is just like a clever little thing or if it's actually funny. So I'll run stuff once in a while.
And going up on that stage, that seems very scary to me because you're putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
So what are some of the challenges and obstacles that you have with stand-up?
For a while, I had like a weird shake in my leg and in my voice that came, I think, just from total nerves. But to be honest, the first couple of times I went up, there wasn't a whole lot of like stress because I would just black out and forget that anything happened. And then the next few times I went up, I was like, that's just what's going to happen. And then I developed the shake and the nerves and stuff. And now the only challenge is like making sure I'm fitting time or actually being funny. Because, you know, those are two very different things, is filling time and being funny. But I'm glad that the leg shake stopped. That was probably the biggest, most nerve-wracking thing.
Oh boy, yeah. I'd be so, oh gosh, yeah. No, we don't want me up there doing comedy. That's for sure. Well, thank you so much for coming in. We really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you. And he is going to get ready to do our performance, so stay tuned with us.
It's nice to be here. I feel like this is the most sterile environment I've ever performed comedy in. It's good though. I've been having a tough couple of weeks. Tonight all I had for dinner was nuts and cheese, like a wealthy squirrel. But I did that because I'm a poor man. And one of the ways I've been trying to pick up income is I've been donating plasma. And recently I got turned away from donating plasma because my blood pressure was too high. But my blood pressure was so high because I was so excited to donate plasma. I don't know why they turned me away, because I feel like if I'm someone with high blood pressure donating blood, that's like the Amazon same-day delivery system. Like a Capri Sun that works with you. So I don't have a job anymore. They didn't like it when I called it a job in the first place. But it's fine. I found out about donating plasma because of an infographic on Instagram, and it said, "Hey, your blood's money." And I was like, holy cow! And so I went and donated. Instagram infographics are interesting to me because I feel like the older generations, this one's just for the media school, but they had like Walter Cronkite and stuff for the news. But we have someone that has access to a Canva account because that's how I get all of my news. I think what's funny about infographics to me is that most people, when they post them on their story, they don't view them as like a continuous thing. They view them more like separate things that are going to be viewed separately. I saw one when the conflict started in Europe that was like, hey, here's the top things that are bad. And then they showed a bunch of videos of bad stuff. And then the very next clip was like, shots, 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 shots. Happy birthday, Bryce. It's like, I stand with them, but I also stand with you, Bryce, buddy. When we go into the bars, it makes me laugh because it's like when you go to a Walmart or a Sam's Club and you go to leave and there's a cork board at the end and it's like FBI most wanted, FBI most wanted, employee of the month. Then I don't know who to look for. I'm not the smartest guy. I almost got kicked out of the media school here because the #1 requirement for journalism, I didn't know this, was that you have to interrupt people that are having a nice time to ask them questions. I wasn't cut out for that. I had a 1.8 GPA, and every week they would send me an email like, hey, that's bad. And I go, oh, okay. And I didn't do a very good job in college. Having bad grades is bad. Having to tell your parents you have bad grades, well, that's worse. Having your parents find out about your bad grades because you lost your good student discount from State Farm, priceless. I got a call from my mom on a Tuesday and she was like, hey buddy, our rates are going up because you're stupid. I was like, I love you too, Mom. All right, thanks, bye. Bye, thank you, bye.
Welcome back. Let's get into this week's trending topics. Award season is in full action. We have a playback of the biggest wins and woes from this weekend's SAG Awards.
Hollywood icon Sally Field was honored with the Screen Actors Guild Life Achievement Award. She's not the only celebrity that had a big night. In the film department, Michelle Yeoh won Best Female Lead for Everything Everywhere All at Once, while Brendan Fraser grabbed the Best Male Lead for The Whale. Best Cast Performance went to Everything Everywhere All at Once.
And over in the TV world, The White Lotus was crowned for the Best Ensemble Performance in a Drama Series. Not surprised by that one at all. Staying in the Drama Series category, Jennifer Coolidge received Best Female Lead for The White Lotus, while Jason Bateman picked up Best Male Lead for Ozark.
And in the comedy series, Best Performance by an Entire Cast went to Abbott Elementary. Actress Jean Smart took home Best Female Lead for Hacks, while Jeremy Allen White was named Best Male Lead for The Bear. Ella, did you watch it?
I didn't get to watch it, but I saw a bunch of videos on my TikTok. Abbott Elementary, one of my favorite shows right now. So happy for them.
See, I haven't seen that, but I'm a big White Lotus girl.
Gosh. Okay.
So I was like, all right.
We both won.
We both won.
And anyways, country singer Blake Shelton is leaving The Voice after 12 years to focus on parenting with his wife and former show judge, Gwen Stefani. The singing competition judge told the Today Show that he originally planned on leaving The Voice in 2020. However, when the COVID-19 pandemic hit, he said he chose not to resign so he did not leave everybody in a bind. Now, 3 years later, the time is right for Shelton. He will be replaced by former judge Kelly Clarkson, and the show will also see 2 new judges, Niall Horan and Chance the Rapper. Okay, if you had to choose, who would you pick?
Oh my gosh, that's so hard. I love Blake Shelton. I think that he would just be like so nice and almost like a dad figure, but now that he left, I'm like Niall Horan. Like,
yeah, were you a One Direction girl?
I was a Justin Bieber girly.
Oh, gosh.
But
Yeah.
I always had a soft place in my heart for Niall.
Okay, if I have to choose though for One Direction, it's obviously gonna be Harry.
Well, yeah, obviously. But that, you
Just
don't have
so
that.
we're
You don't
on
have
the
that
same
luxury.
A pop star's post about her eyebrows had media raising their own.
Kylie Jenner was criticized for allegedly bullying singer Selena Gomez on social media. Now they're both addressing the beef. Last week, Gomez posted on Instagram about overly laminating her eyebrows hours after Jenner posted an IG story about her brows, commenting, quote, "This was an accident, ? End quote. Kylie also uploaded a pic of her with Hailey Bieber that appeared to be zoomed in on their brows. And for context, Hailey Bieber is married to singer Justin Bieber, who is the infamous ex of Selena's. Social media had a field day, causing Kylie to address these claims on TikTok just the day after. Kylie said, quote, "This is reaching no shade towards Selena ever, and I didn't see her eyebrow post. You guys are making something out of nothing. This is silly," end quote.
And that wasn't the end. Selena also spoke out, commenting on Kylie's TikTok, saying, quote, "Agreed at Kylie Jenner. It's all unnecessary. I'm a fan of Kylie," end quote. I would say I'm happy to see the two getting along, but I will always be Team Selena if I have to pick.
Oh, me too. But I mean, my whole like TikTok For You page right
Selena.
now is like all Selena, but like
Yes.
all these comparisons. I'm like, okay, that is reaching
like,
a little bit.
It's reaching, but always Team Selena.
Always. Well, that's what's up this week. Tune in next week for more local and entertainment news.
Be sure to follow us on social media. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at IDSTV News.
For What's Up Weekly, I'm Nana Black.
But I'm Ella Rose. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.